likely you won't do what it takes to make this a music income that brings in much. Streaming music is a controversial subject in itself for not getting paid enough. Streaming sometimes makes stock music look like a king's ransom, that you can make $1 or $5 from a song on Pond 5 up to $50. And with streaming, every time it gets streamed, you're getting a piece of a penny. That's a big difference there. But it can be a king's ransom of its own. At least my experience and probably your experience. Streaming to Spotify, Apple Music, all of this, you have to be prepared to go all in for it. There are those people, and I talked to one yesterday on a consult, that are building large monthly followings, and they're making music very carefully. They're doing short media about the music. They're focusing on playlists and release radar on Spotify, and even ads to build their following on Spotify, on Apple Music, all over the place. Now, I know as sure as I'm streaming here on YouTube that true artists are probably the least of my audience. I don't know why this is. Maybe they're watching someone talk about getting a record deal. Like a record deal is your answer to make music income. Or how much to spend on ads to make it. Now, that I would be fine. Go watch Andrew Southworth and go watch Tom Dupree III. And those guys are teaching great things about how to make your streaming go. And I get it. Being a music artist right now that is really focused on being an artist is hard work. It has to be in you. You know, I can't make you a great music artist. You have to be making yourself a great music artist, and I can help you with things along the way. It has to be a constant passion and pursuit. And yes, this all gets back to streaming, because the people who are making and streaming are putting songs out every month, sometimes every week. They're doing short media like it's going out of style and putting it up that is leading people back to their streaming. And likely it's going to take more than just streaming if you're an artist to be successful. Shows. This is more for artists, for bands, and many of you watching this might even be in front of an audience even this week. Give me a thumbs up if you're going to be on stage. I'd be interested to know what kind of thumbs up we get for people who are going to be in front of other people this week and that really enjoy it. I have met plenty of people in my career that have made their entire livelihood, their entire lives, by being on the stage until they physically just couldn't do it anymore. I have a friend down the street that I used to work with at a church who performs karaoke and sings to tracks for senior living centers and for weddings, and he sings out at street carnivals. We have a lot of street carnivals. You probably do too. Farmers markets and things like that. You see somebody singing. He's that guy. He loves it. It's his passion. The people who love it, and they sell stuff and they get paid to be there. And that's money right in their hands right then. They don't have to wait a month or 6 months or 9 months or 2 years to get that money. They get it right then. There's nothing that lights them up as much as being on stage. It's their drug of choice, you might say. Now, not for me. I would rather sit right here and just work in here and do stuff and even do these videos and things like that and crank out the hits here all day long than work on a stage gig. Not for me. But it might be for you. And again, streaming and kind of shows kind of go together, I think, doing both those things. But if this is for you, you know it's for you. And I would work hard at getting these shows and at doing streaming.